Good day everyone, my name is Trisha May Ann Mendoza, BSHM2D4, and I'm here to present to you the team sports volleyball. Of course, we should start first in history. Ano nga ba ang history ng volleyball? Yan nakikita niyong picture dyan ay si William G. Morgan, a physical director of the Young Men's Christian Association YMCA in Holyoke, Massachusetts. He invented volleyball in 1895. It was designed as an indoor sport for businessmen who found the new game of basketball too vigorous. At first, Morgan called the sport mintonette until a professor from Springfield College in Massachusetts noted the volleying nature of play and proposed the name of volleyball. So bakit nga ba ito tinawag na volleyball? Volleyball was called mintonette because of its similarity with badminton. However, Alfred Halstead later renamed it to volleyball because the objective of the game was to volley the ball back and forth over a net. How was the volleyball first played? In the winter of 1895, in Holyoke, Massachusetts, William G. Morgan created a new game called mintonette as a pastime to be played indoors and by any numbers of players. The next one are the rules and regulations. For your information, the original rules were written by Morgan and printed in the first edition of the Officials Who Handbook of the Athletic League of the Young Men's Christian Associations of North America in 1897. Sa totoo lang, sobrang daming rules and regulations pagdating sa volleyball. At isa na dito ang only 6 players on the floor at any given of time, 3 in the front and 3 in the back row. There is a maximum of 3 hits per side. It is illegal to contact the ball with any part of a player's body. Crossing the court center line with any part of your body, with the exemptions of a hand or foot, it is only considered a violation if the entire hand or entire foot crosses the court center line, and also serving out of rotation or out of order. Stepping on or across the service line when serving while making contact with the ball. Failure to serve the ball over the net successfully. And please do remember this, committing any of these volleyball rule violations results in a point for the opponent. And now, let's proceed to the court dimensions. The game is played on a volleyball court in 18 meters 59 feet long and 9 meters 29.5 feet wide, divided into two 9m x 9m hubs by a 1 meter 40 inch wide net placed so that the top of the net is 2.43 meters, 7 feet 11 and 5/8 inches above the center of the court for men's competitions, and 2.24 meters 7 feet 4 and 1/8 inches for women's competition. These heights are varied for veterans and junior competitions. So in court dimensions, we have line markings. All lines on the court are 5 cm wide and are a light color different from the color of the floor. We have also boundary lines. These are the 2 lines and end lines. The center lines divides the playing court into 2 equal courts. Next one is zone areas. Then substitution zone extends from both attack lines to the scorer's table. Libero replacement zone is part of the free zone on the same side as the team benches, extending from the attack line up to the end line. And lastly is the penalty area. This is located in the control area outside of the end lines. And this is the illustration of the volleyball court dimensions. Also, we have officiating. Volleyball is generally officiated by 2 referees and 2 line judges. The first referee in volleyball is positioned on an elevated platform at the side of the net opposite the official's table. The second referee stands on the floor opposite the first referee and assists in making calls, primarily focusing on a play at the net. Scorekeeper. The scorekeeper's main job is to make sure the score is correct at all times. The scorekeeper uses a score sheet to keep track of the game. So may tatlong responsibility ang scorekeeper. The first one is in the pre-match. Before the match starts, the scorekeeper should fill in the pre-match into team names, starting lineups, and etc. The second one is in the during match. Records points when they are scored, watches the servers, and indicates immediately to the referees when a server has served out of order. The last one is in the after the match. Records the final results of the match, signs the score sheet. We also have assistant scorer. Notifies any fault with libero replacements, operates the manual scoreboard on the scorer's table. And the line judges. Line judges watch the end line and sideline of their respective corners. Line judges' main responsibility is to make signals to help out the referees in making judgment calls. And lastly, line judges may be instructed to use flags to make the signals. The game or the volleyball game. Volleyball game played by two teams usually use 6 players on a side, in which the players use their hands to bat a ball back and forth over a high net, trying to make the ball touch the court within the opponent's playing area before it can be returned. A team is allowed only 3 touches on the ball before it must be returned over the net. Volleyball requires a minimum of equipment and space and can be played indoors or outdoors. So, we have here 6 basic volleyball skills. The first one is passing. Passing is often thought of as the most important skill in volleyball. If you can't pass the serve, then you won't ever put your team in a position to score a point. The second one is serving. Serving is often undervalued. Many coaches don't teach players to serve aggressive and use this opportunity to give the team an advantage for scoring points. Then blocking. Blocking is perhaps the least taught skill in volleyball. Players can get away with poor blocking skills because not blocking isn't going to hurt the team as much as being poor at executing other skills in volleyball. Digging. Digging is another skill that isn't focused and quiet as much as most skills in volleyball. The last one is setter. Setter position is considered to be the most important position in volleyball. The setter basically runs the team offense. End of discussion. That's all. Thank you.